Happy New Year and welcome back to the Banger Bar. For my first review of 2017, I'm taking on Code Orange's Forever, out today on Roadrunner Records. They formed in 2008 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as Code Orange Kids and released a series of splits, EPs, and one full-length, Love is Love, Return to Dust. They came up in the hardcore scene, earning a lot of love and respect there, but now they're on one of the biggest metal labels in the world, Roadrunner Records. Let's see where they go with their new label. First up, we've got Kill the Creator, which opens with one of the most frantic parts on the album. It kind of sounds like they used to when they were still called Code Orange Kids. Afterwards, they replaced the driving chugs with piercing dissonant chords before they completely cut the track. It sounds like they took like a razor blade tool in Pro Tools or whatever, cut it and just... That sudden stop is really jarring, and I found it to be kind of lazy from a songwriting point of view. The spooky part that follows really doesn't add anything to the song, and it seems like a filler to distract you from the fact that the riff that comes afterwards is more or less the same. Here's the thing, I grew to like this when I first heard Code Orange Kids do this on their full length at the end of the album. But when it's in the middle of the song, it's just weird. In contrast to that previous transition, or lack thereof, I found that this one added to the song instead of taking away from it. That part did a good job of setting the pace for the punishing beatdown that followed, and they could have ended the song with the breakdown, but they had other plans. That part's just frustrating because it sounds like it's going somewhere before they just throw a bunch of TV static at you right at the end. Believe it or not, all of that clocks in at just over 2 minutes. And while parts of it are cool, overall it kind of seemed haphazardly slapped together. But let's see how the rest of the album is constructed. Next up is Real. And you know how they say that too much of a good thing is no longer a good thing? Well, Code Orange knows that. That double bass part is so heavy, probably because they don't use it all over the album. If they did, it really would be too much of a good thing. Another thing they use sparingly is the blast beat, so it hits really hard when they use it here. One thing they don't use sparingly on this album are breakdowns, and this one is stupid heavy. This is real now, motherfucker! Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy when he says, "This is real now, motherfucker," but if you're telling me that that doesn't make you want to punch somebody in the face, you're lying to me. Now let's check out Spy, which is about as nu metal as the album gets. With the downtuned riffs and simplistic vocal patterns, I can almost hear Max Cavalera shouting "Roots, bloody roots" right over it. Nu metal's primal pursuit of all things heavy continues on throughout the song. The palm muting adds a whole other level of heavy, but it gets even more brutal when they slow things down. Once again, don't fucking lie to me. You're banging your head. Code Orange also throw it back to the 90s with alt-rock influences permeating the album. Sometimes they even do it for full songs, which allows Reba Myers to show off that her vocal range is not just limited to shrieking. So we got some metalcore, we got some nu metal, we got some alt-rock. Let's see how they all fit together. I Am King was flirting with nu metal with its disembodied styled metallic hardcore, but this goes one step further, incorporating subtle electronics. Sure, it's not like the DJs of nu metal, but it's a step in that direction. I actually really like the alt-rock influenced songs. They're some of my favorites on the album, but I would really like to hear them incorporated with the heavy parts. The abrupt cuts that the band uses throughout the album go from novel to no really quickly, and by the end, you don't want to hear them anymore. It sounds like they're trying to be artsy, but it just comes across as messy and lazy. Overall, I really like the band that Code Orange is trying to be, and I think they'll get there eventually. But for now, I'm giving them 3 out of 5 skulls on Overkill Reviews.